In this video, we are covering Herdr. Herdr is a Rust-based terminal multiplexer built for the age of AI coding agents. Where Tmux just splits your terminal into panes, Herdr watches what's running inside each one and tells you at a glance which agent is blocked and waiting on you, which is still working, which is done, and which is idle. The use case is parallel agent work, like fire off 3 or 4 coding agents on different tasks, walk away, and let the sidebar surface the one that actually needs a decision instead of you babysitting every terminal out there. And I think this is quite useful because you can simply detach and your agents keep running, reattach from any terminal, even over SSH from your phone. And because agents can drive Herdr through its socket API, spawning their own panes and waiting on each other, it's less a terminal tool and more an early agentic runtime. Let's get it installed on our Ubuntu terminal. Also, recently I have started this free weekly AI newsletter, which you can subscribe at fahadmirza.substack.com. So the installation is fairly simple. It is just a single line which you can simply run, and from here all you need to do is to simply kick off Herdr. Hopefully it is also part of my path. It is. There you go. So this is what we have as a terminal here. So just a quick tour of what's on the screen. The left column is sidebar. Spaces H top lists your workspaces, and you can see one workspace already active, which is this home path. The also and that is the one which Herdr auto created since it needs at least one. New and menu are also there, and they are also clickable. The agent section lower down is empty right now because we haven't launched any agent yet. That's a panel that is going to light up when something is blocked, working done state once agents are running. And then this big pane on the right is a real shell tab. You can see that the tab is 1 at the moment. You click on here, it is asking you what do you want to do. Just press this, or press cancel. Now you can also split it into, like, you can do something like control B and then V, and it is going to split it, and you can create multiple ones if you like. So it splits to the right, and now we have two panes, and now we can just get an agent running in one of them. And now, very interesting bit, which is a bit hard to easily miss, is this focus. You can see that right pane has a brighter border. That's the focused one. If you click on the left, now this is a focused one. Again, right, left, or you can easily do that. Or if you prefer command line, you can simply do control B, and then you can press small h. It is on the left. Now again, control B, small L. It is going here. Control B, small h. It comes back here. So these are the Vim or VI editor commands you can use in this one too. So you can also, as I said, tap left and right in order to move around. Now for the agentic harness, what I'm going to do in the left one, I'm going to install OpenCode. So let me give that command. And you can see that I have just pasted that command with Control Shift V. I'm just going to press enter here. I think it is already installed, but anyway. And by the way, when you focus to the here and right click, you can rename it. You can also split again. You can zoom or close the pane. So I will let this one finished, and then we'll go from there. And OpenCode is installed. Let me source it. Now we can install the Herdr's integration for OpenCode. I'm just going to do Herdr integration, install OpenCode. So let's just install it with this integration command. Okay, so I just need to add this OpenCode to my path. So there is best way of doing it, either to do it manually, or I think the better way would be to just do the OpenCode here. What it does is, it first time when you run this, it installs, the installer hooks into the OpenCode's config directory, and then that directory doesn't exist yet. That is why it was giving us the error. So you can see that now it is connected. So I will exit and go back. And now you can see that integration is installed, and on the left hand side that agent will also appear once I run the OpenCode. There you go. See, it appeared in the left hand side. So I will let this run here. Let's go to the right hand side. Let me install the Hermes agent integration. So I will follow the same steps here. And there you go. This time it didn't give me an error because Hermes is already installed. So let me quickly just launch Hermes here. There you go. On the left hand side, now we have Hermes. So both are running side by side in the same terminal. And you can see that both coding harnesses are appearing on the left hand side too. And I have just asked it a prompt in the Hermes agent, and you can see that on the left hand side it is showing me which one is active and which one is done. So open code is done, Hermes is still waiting and working, and that is the beauty of it. I will also just make it a bit bigger. There you go. You see, I also ran the other one. Don't worry about my API key. Yeah, I think it is done. But anyway, look at this. This is pretty good. So for instance, if you want to compare two models like I normally do in various videos, you can also use this. Another good feature about this is, let me go to another terminal. If you want to see which agents are running, you can just simply list them in this JSON format, and it has given us our two agents, as you can see. For instance, if I want to explain them, I will simply go and do this w1p1 and just wait for it. And here is the output. So you can see that Herdr has two ways to know what an agent is doing. Open code P1 reports through lifecycle hook. So the explain output says that screen detection was skipped, authoritative straight from the agent. And let's say, for example, if I go with the P2 or Hermes, this is showing us a manifest and a mashed rule instead, meaning that it is reading the state of the live screen buffer. You can even again, let's say, run it like what is code something, whatever random thing we are giving. Let me run it again. There you go. So it is just going to give you the live data which is coming off the screen. Little tool, but I think fairly handy. Let me know what do you think. And as I requested earlier, if you are looking for AI updates weekly without any hype, please subscribe to this fahadmirza.substack.com. And if you want to help out the channel, please become a member. I will also drop the link to this GitHub repo in video's description. Also, if you're looking to rent a GPU, CPU, or VM on very affordable price, you can find the link to Massed Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for range of GPUs. They even have some node clusters now, which I'm also going to use very soon. That's it. Thank you for all the support.